Hi, this day, I don't know if it is morning, noon, or night, but today the Lord has uh, spoken to me again about eternal things. But today He challenged me with this question: Are you a son or are you a hireling? Are you a son or are you a servant? As you serve, particularly, this is specifically for musicians and worship leaders. It's time to take our place as sons and not be hirelings anymore. The difference is this: a hireling works for pay. A hireling brings their mood and their things, baggage to work, and they have a sense of entitlement. They know that as long as I signed an employment contract, I'm entitled to pay. Even if I basically drag my feet around and do nothing, at the end of the month, because a month has passed, I'm entitled to pay. A son, on the other hand, works for their father. They work with love, they work with understanding, and they work knowing that all of this belongs to me anyway. So they work from a place of ownership. Now, ownership and being a son also demands that you learn how to be humble. Okay? And the Lord spoke to me and said, but most of us are so self-absorbed, we carry around a sense of false humility. What is false humility, you may ask? It's trying to make everyone think that you are not as important, whereas in your heart you know that I'm just doing this for the show. I'm doing this so that they don't think ninajisikia. Yeah, in Kenya this is how it comes. I'll just give an example. You're wearing a nice dress and I tell you the dress is nice. Instead of saying thank you because you wore it because it's nice, what you do is this old thing. No, it's a nice dress. You didn't wear an old thing when you were going to that place. It's the same way in the ministry. And we were talking about, and if you can see my t-shirt, it's an hourglass and it says John 3:30. If you can't, just remember John 3:30. John 3:30, John the Baptist said, he must increase and I must decrease. For me to decrease does not mean, so now I will not sharpen my skill, I won't sing properly, I won't be seen by anyone, I'll just disappear because I'm decreasing. No. For me to decrease, the example that the Lord placed on my heart is that of David when they were bringing back the Ark of the Covenant and he danced before the Lord. You know, he was wearing a priestly garment, okay, not a kingly garment. And his wife Michal looked at him and she felt embarrassed. And when he got home after giving everyone gifts and blessing them, she said how the king of Israel has uncovered himself in front of the maid servants. Like, she was so embarrassed. And this statement that David made is what decreasing is about. He said, it is before the Lord who chose me above your father that I danced. He was saying, I know I am king, but before the Lord my kingship means nothing. And then he said, and we like to say, when we say this we usually say it with pride, I'm going to be even more undignified than this. No, what you're saying is, and I am going to always consider the Lord as being more important than my place of kingship. I want to challenge you, musician, to make sure the Lord is more important than your skill. So important that you must sharpen your skill. So important that you put time into finding out how best to use your skill, to bless the Lord. And then after you have done that, become more undignified. If you're a worship leader, worship, sing out loud, fall on your face, lie prostrate. Don't be thinking, I wonder what they'll think about me. When you do that, that is false humility. Leave it alone. Be more undignified than that, Penina. Umesikia? Niwaegwa. Capish? And all of that.